Abstract Florals. So today I'm live on Instagram and Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube over here on this camera. And the intention for today's broadcast is to create peacefulness and also to, excuse me, also to inspire people to create, because nature is creative, and when we create, we are aligning ourselves with nature and our true nature as humans. So thanks for being here. Hey Mario, nice to see you. Alright, so I've got, if you're on this camera, sorry not this one, but if you're on this camera, you've got a wider angle so you can see. I've got our friend back here. It's I'll just turn this camera real quick just so you guys can see her. We have Princess Leia, and she is serving as our guardian today. She's going to show us what it's like to create peacefulness, sometimes through swift action. Alright, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and get started on the painting. Again, it's going to be the not so abstract florals. Alright. And if you are here, please say hello so I can make sure everything's working. If I start to not see any hellos, then I'll wonder if everything's going okay. So please do say hello. And thank you for doing that. Okay. So I'm going to be getting started by making a green background. Hola, Gabriel, nice to see you. And today I'm going to be making the colors slightly less bright, so there will be a little bit of a muted color, especially in the background. You'll see me adding just a little bit of the darker tones, so the green will be a little bit more of an olive green. And so to do that, I'm just getting a little bit of black on the brush here. Okay, yeah, so now I'm kind of wondering, because I'm not seeing anyone on Facebook saying hello, so I don't know if anybody's there. I definitely know you guys on Instagram are there. Thanks for saying hi. Let's see if this works. Okay. Oh, yes. TR is here. Nice to see you. Alright, let me just set up the chat. Sorry about the wait, you guys. Okay, yes. I'm kind of wondering. Okay, good. I'm glad I can turn that off. Okay. Whew. It's a lot to keep up with all these chats being live on 4 channels at once. Okay. We're set up now, getting our green background down. case I'm using my really nice, bright and beautiful blue that I always use. It's a turquoise color. Hey Marie, hey Brian, nice to see you guys. Hey Javi. Um, hey Mervin, nice to see you there. Yeah, so I'm using this really nice blue and then I'm adding black to it, which just kind of feels like I'm defeating the purpose. So this blue is not the cheapest paint that I own. I do have all different levels of, you know, costs of paint, but this is the least cost-effective paint that I have. So it's kind of silly for me to be adding black to it. But anyway, maybe in the future I'll just try mixing the yellow and black because sometimes that produces a green color. So hey Louise, nice to see you. Hey Margie, nice to see you too. Hey Shelby, hey Vanessa. Hey Fab, nice to see you guys. Thanks for joining. Today the abstract paintings they're going to be not so abstract. So pardon the loud conversation coming from the neighbor walking by. Okay, so that is a background. And what I want to do is add in a few little, just going to do a few little almost like white highlights, but they're going to be in the background. So get a little bit of that going in. And most of these will end up getting covered up. Sometimes it's just kind of nice to have a little bit of texture back there before getting started on the full-on foreground. So what I'm going to do today is paint. I don't normally paint with these colors, so I'm kind of trying different color combinations here. And I'm going to be painting a more like a bouquet of flowers, and it's going to have almost like black stems. And I have a painting that I've done in the past. It was on a much more rectangular kind of composition, whereas this one is definitely more square. And I'm going to try it anyway, so it's going to be some black stems, and then we'll go from there. I'm seeing kind of like, I'm still seeing a lot of this turquoise color in the background. I'm not really liking it, so while this is still background, I'm going to do a little bit of cleanup so that I don't have to come back and try to fix that later. So that would not be as fun to try to do it after a bunch of foreground work has already been done. So even when things are abstract, I really like to take into account what's going to be in the foreground and what's going to be in the background. Okay, so I'm looking to make these look sort of like something that can be used as stems in this composition. Hey Tommy, nice to see you. Hey Gabriel. Alright, Gabriel, are you watching on Facebook and Instagram? Also, how's everyone's Tuesday going? Let me know. I'd love to hear how you guys are doing today. See, Olivia's here. Hi. So, let's do. If Tommy is here and says hello from Frankenstein. Thank you, nice to see you. It's great to be here with you guys today. And happy Tuesday. It's May 12th, by the way, in case anyone was wondering. Alright, let's go here. So I'm just now looking more closely at my reference photo, and I'm seeing that there's a bit more like reddish colors. In this case, I don't really use red, but I will mix up some. I'll mix up some of the magenta color that I do use with some of this black, just to make it a bit more muted. And that's in the background, as well as there's a bit of lighter green color, so I'm gonna mix up some of that. And I'm glad I'm kind of catching this before I've really gone on to the foreground, so try that. And then also, because I've got some black on the brush, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of use that for mixing. And this is really good to use this magenta here in the background, because it will end up being used in these foreground flowers. And let's also go ahead and get some. I'm using some white color here, and I'm going to mix this up in the background. little bit of this background going. So, hey Jacob, nice to see you. All right. Especially when painting abstract, do not be afraid to use a non-dominant hand. I'm switching over from my left to my right and back to the left a little, just to see what comes out. Sometimes that non-dominant hand is a really nice, really helpful partner in this painting. Now that we've got some background colors sort of put down. Hey Josh, nice to see you. Thanks for saying hello. Keep going. And I think what will be fun is to put take some of this magenta color on the brush and just kind of add some little flowers here and there. So with any color, hey Jerry, nice to see you. With any color, what I'll probably usually do is start with about three sections. So in this case with magenta, I'm going to end up doing 3 small flowers. To me that just feels very balanced, feels really good. So try that here. One more right here. So you guys, I'm hearing some weird sounds coming from different places, so if you see my face looking weird, okay. I have this neighbor who's walked by about 6 times in the last 10 or 15 minutes. Oh gosh, no, I guess it's already been 20 minutes. Anyway, it's kind of throwing me off a little bit. Alright. So we've got a little bit of a start of some floral abstracts going. And next I'm going to go ahead and get the white color out. And looking over here to that side, because that side over there has my little reference photo. Very, very, very loosely using that today. And I'll probably I'm going to go ahead and switch brushes. So that was my medium-sized brush. Now, I'm going to get my small brush out. Also, it's been a few days since I have been live, and since I last went live, I have been watching a little bit more of the Bob Ross marathon, the Bob Ross marathons, and I have to say, I really didn't realize how similar I am to him until I was like really rewatching. I mean, I have watched recently, but this over the last few days when I was really listening, as I was working on other projects, I was listening to him like, oh my gosh, he really does do the exact same things that I do. So now you'll probably start hearing me say things like, just like Bob says. Well, I've already been doing that for a while, but he really does go around tapping the brush, and so that's a lot of what you'll see me doing on the artworks that I do is tap, 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 tap. So yeah, just like this one, tapping the brush really does produce such a beautiful texture. I can kind of color block it with these swirling or straight line motions, but then to go back and add the texture that's going to really make the painting beautiful, it's just simply a tapping motion. I don't know, to me that just changes everything. So I'm going to try that again with another flower or two. Maybe this one will be a little bit smaller. That's nice. And let's see, let me look on my little. I'm checking my. Let's see, Josh says, you're a protege. Mario, thank you so much for the smiley face. It's so great to see you here. And Navarez, nice to see you too. Hey Alden, hey Sean, and hey Alexis, nice to see you guys. Alright, let's go for a little flower, or maybe a medium-sized flower right here. Okay. Oh, Nancy's here. Hello, nice to see you. Alright, you guys. Just, I feel like what might be missing is a little bit of some texture in the background, so I'm going to keep working on that a little. And as always, I'm sort of looking at my little reference photo off to the side. Alright. Let's do not just textures in the background, but also highlights and details that are going to really make this piece stand out. Yes, so sometimes it's helpful too. Hey Adam, nice to see you. Okay. Just, I'm realizing that the people on Instagram are, I'm having a hard time seeing you guys. If you are here, please say hello so that I can know that know who's watching. Yeah, sometimes it's hard to tell who's here and who's not, so. Either way, happy Tuesday. It's May 12th, and the year is 2020. So it's nice to see you guys. Nice to Nice to be here painting. I think I'm going to start. Hey Jerry, nice to see you. Thanks for saying hi. I'm going to start counting the number of times that this neighbor walks by. I think it's up to 8 or 9. He's just like stopped in front of the house right now. Okay, I'm not going to talk about it. So. And Josh says, I might need to get a hose. It's probably a good idea. I do have one. Maybe I just need to use it. I don't know. It seems like it's only during these broadcasts that I notice it. Well, that's not true. I've seen it other times, but it doesn't really bother me until I'm like trying to talk to the cameras. So, but that would make sense, I guess. Okay. To be honest, I'm kind of having a hard time seeing what this painting looks like, so I really need to stand back. Maybe I'll find my little drink and stand back and look at it from the angle that you guys are seeing it at. And we can be serenaded by the sweet sounds of the person walking by for the 11th time. Alright, so right off the bat, I'm seeing, first of all, I'm missing some leaves, so I want to add some leaves to these little stems that have been created. And also, the little stems just have this, like, they're too straight, like they're just too, I'm not sure what the word is, but they don't feel organic, so I'm going to be doing something with that. I don't know what yet. So now I really need to look again what it looks like. I'm not a huge fan of this little stem right here, so I'm going to darken it a little. upside down. Zach says hi, loving the music and so beautiful. I want to go and smoke and watch you paint and do yoga. Thanks, Zach. That does sound nice. Yeah, it's kind of hard to paint upside down, and so I might need to start standing in front of the painting a little bit more to see what it looks like as I'm going. So it's kind of fun to just make general leaf shapes in the background. I think that sometimes I can add a little bit. Hey Marianne, hey Sue, nice to see you guys. Okay, I think I'm finding out what I don't like about this bottom stem that I keep messing with. I'm noticing that Zach says, how long am I painting for? I'll probably be painting for another 35 to 45 minutes. Yeah, I might actually finish this one and start on another one, but it'll kind of depend on when this one is done. But either way, I plan to be live until 5:30 or maybe 6. I don't know. It's kind of a wide range there. Alright. Psycho. Oh, should I call you Kate? Hi, Kate. Nice to see you. Alright, so yeah, as always, layers, and also what I was finding out about this bottom stem that I don't like, the highlights don't really match where the highlights are on the rest, so the highlights on all the other stems are kind of more on like the top side or that side. One of the cameras is a mirror image, so I can't say left and right because then it'll just be confusing. But yeah, so all the highlights are on this side of the stems, and then on this stem, the highlight is down below, or down on this side, and I don't really like it, so that's what I'm seeing that I really want to fix right now. I'm telling y'all, that's the beauty of this paint, especially acrylic paint. You can just paint right over it. Anything that you don't like or anything that's not fun. Hey Erin, nice to see you. And since my friend Marianne is here, she's also friends with my mom. I just wanted to point out that the painting that I'm doing today is something that I originally painted for my mom and dad, well, mostly for my mom. Because my dad, when it comes to house decorating, my dad pretty much lets my mom do what she wants. I know she does ask him for his opinion. But anyway, the point is, my mom was like, hey Lindsay, can you paint me this thing? And she gave me a photo of a bouquet of flowers, and then I painted a painting based on it. And then what I'm painting today is based on the painting that I did for her. So anyway, it's very fun. And I'm going to keep working. I'm seeing that it just needs a little bit of, just really needs those layers. It needs that excitement, needs that depth. So I'm going to keep going with it. As always, the tapping motion is kind of what ends up making these paintings. Alright. Hey Sylvia, nice to see you. Happy birthday week and happy tourist season. So again, just a real gentle tapping motion, just very light and getting some of these textures going. And I think what I would like to do next is have a little bit, let's see, Josh says I've enjoyed your videos showing off the art backlog. Oh, thanks Josh, that's so nice. Yeah, hey Frank, nice to see you. I've been working on these little videos that are showing the paintings that have been completed from 2015 to the present. So I started with all the most early artworks that I could find. There's one of them back here. It's can't see it on the Instagram broadcast, so I'm sorry about that. Hey Leo, nice to see you. Hey Mandala, nice to see you too. Great to see you guys. And but yeah, so got a little bit of everything on those videos. The 2015 through 2018 artworks are very colorful. They're neon. They're extremely vivid, and then gets into a little bit more like, so today's video I showed off the gem series. I've got one right here, I'll pull it out, I'll show you guys real quick. So yeah, this is one of the artworks from the gem series. Trying to get all the angles and all the lighting. It looks different in different lights, just like all paintings do, and so it's pretty dynamic. Sorry, I can't say it. Pretty dynamic. Oh, great. So thanks for being here. Thanks for noticing. And let's see. Hello. I noticed this just needs a little bit of foreground work, so I'm going to do that. So to me, those look a little bit stark. Oh, and there's a comment from Mandela that says, "Que hermoso, muchas gracias." Thank you so much for enjoying the art. So, the yellow looks a little stark, but I'm not sure. I kind of like it. I'm not sure yet. So I'm going to leave it for now, but I may end up painting over it a bit, or just adding a bit of textures on top later. So we'll see how that goes. I do, because I'm sort of not sure, and I'm kind of liking the way the yellow looks. I like how it's really contrasted against that background. Hey Miguel, nice to see you. So I need to maybe add, or what I would like to do next is to add some white. So I'm going to get a little bit of white on the brush and go ahead and do some more of that stark white on stark dark background. That'll be fun. Maybe it's a leaf that could be like a leaf that just caught the light in the right way, so it's just completely reflected. I don't know. Maybe another leaf like that, smaller. Maybe something else that caught the light. And then some reflection or some highlights here on the stem, and some highlights here on the stem. And really now these little white lines and little white tappings that I'm doing are just to separate out so that the black stems don't just become like a black mass. Hey Miguel, thanks for saying hi. Josh says, maybe one show you could revisit your gem style, amazing work you made. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, that sounds like an amazing idea. I really love that style so much. That's interesting. I do have some other artworks too that are not here. They're being shown at another place right now. It's not a gallery or anything, it's a retail shop, so I don't really ever advertise it. Plus it's way up in North Houston. Alright, so go ahead. Enjoying doing this stark white highlight against the dark background. It's kind of breaking up the mass of stems there. Mass of stems. Please feel free with any questions. If there's anything that you'd like to know about the art or about being an artist, please feel free. Okay, and I'm just going to check out. Actually, I don't think I'm seeing all the chat. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Thanks for hanging with me. What are we doing? Do you guys have any questions? Do you want to let me know how your Tuesday is going? Please feel free. Hey Guido, nice to see you. Josh says, what has been your favorite style? Ooh, that's a great question. Thank you. What has been my favorite style? I have to think about that one. What styles do I have? I have the floral abstracts. I've got one called Everything is Rainbows, which was really based on the solo show that I did last year. Right, there's the chat. Oh, and there's 2 new followers on Twitch. Thank you guys for being here. I just wish I could see the chat a little bit easier. More easily. Alright, but I'll just have to work with what I have. Okay. Okay, so yeah, I've got Everything is Rainbow style, the Floral Abstracts style, the Color Burst, and there's another style. I just made up a name for it because I've done a few like this, and it's called the Color Splash style. There's the Geometric Healing Structure series or style, and the Gem series or Gem style. Whew. I guess I should call it the gemstone style so that people know what that is. I don't think I could really pick a favorite. I might have to try though. I might have to try to pick a favorite. I will say that the Floral Abstracts has been the one I've done the most of. I don't know. It's probably my favorite, but I don't know if it's really. Well, it's kind of hard to say that. What's your favorite style, Josh? I guess I haven't even really shown the Everything is Rainbow style yet, so I don't know. And I haven't shown the Geometric Healing series, or the Geometric Healing Structure series. Oh, but Josh, you have one of your paintings is from the Everything is Rainbows style, so. Anyway, let me get back into this painting. I'm feeling like there's not really enough magenta that's in the foreground, but it's not really in the background, so I'm gonna go ahead and try. And I'm over here mixing it up on the side. I'm just working a little bit to gonna work a little bit to have it mixed up before it goes on the canvas, which I don't always do. But when I do, it's because it's fun. Definitely feeling like a little bit of white. Just some of that real stark, contrasty kind of pull your eye in kind of highlights there. Does anybody else notice how the painting sort of comes alive when the white highlights are added? Josh says that's a hard one. Choosing a favorite style, yeah, it is. It's very difficult. Oh, I was trying to sign my name, but hey Lily, nice to see you. Hey Sheila, nice to see you too. When it comes to signing my name, we'll see how that goes. I might need to switch to the smaller brush for something like signing my name. Fine. Alright, Josh says, I love your space work. I'm a sucker for anything space related. Oh yeah, some of the florals have been amazing. You're very top. Thank you so much, Josh. That is so sweet. I'm so excited. And hey Sherry, nice to see you. Yeah, I really like the space artwork too. And Josh says I should say all the florals are amazing, but some have more resonance with me. Yeah, I agree. There's definitely some florals that I like more than others. There's just, I don't know, they feel like a lot of them are different and special in their own ways. But either way, thank you so much for appreciating the artwork. It really means so much to me. And speaking of which, I was just thinking about calling this one that has been worked on today, thinking about calling it done. First I need to step back behind the camera and make sure that I'm happy with it before I say that. So, yeah, I like it for now, and I also am going to go ahead and I'm going to start on a new artwork for now. So let me put this brush away. And take this off the camera, so I'll show you guys a close-up of it as well, so you can see all the textures. Please feel free also with any questions if there's anything that you guys want to know about. Okay, thanks so much for looking. I really appreciate that. And I'm going to start with a new artwork or a new panel. And this is some pre-printed artwork that somebody didn't want. So they sold it to me for a very small price, and then I get to paint new artwork on these. So I'm going to go ahead and do a black background and make it into a space painting. Thanks for saying hi, you guys. Thanks for being here. Hey, Randy. Oh, it looks like Instagram is going to cut me off in 30 seconds, so I have to hurry up and say bye. Bye! Now, let's see, should I start it over again? Yeah, I'll go ahead and start it over again. Alright, bye for now. I'll start you guys up in about 20 seconds or less. Alright, just waiting for the Instagram story to get uploaded. Thanks for being patient. Let me know if you have any questions in the meantime. What's going on here? Okay. Alright. Hey Instagram Live, welcome back. And if you're still here on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube, thanks for hanging in there. Alright, let's get going with it'll be like a galaxy kind of scene. Hey Lord Pancakes, nice to see you. Switching bushes here. I'm looking for my other color. There it is. Thank you for saying hi. Hey Jerry. Right. So right now these are just the bases for some nebulae. That was too many Latin ending verb endings or whatever, noun endings, plural noun endings. These are the bases for some nebulae. And as always, that tapping motion helps. And then the other thing that is helpful is to have multiple layers, working quickly because, who needs to waste time? Because it's probably going to get painted over eventually anyway, so we're just working quickly to lay down some color. Plus, working quickly gets the mind out of the way. Just kind of. What's that? Subconscious. Alright, what I wanted to do was get some white on the brush and do white. Let's see what Lily says. Do you name all the paintings when finished? I don't name all the paintings when finished. A lot of them I try to, but I don't always. Hey Josh. Oh, you're on Twitch. I need to make you a moderator on Twitch. And Jerry says, what's this one going to be? It's going to be a space scene, so having some nebulae, galaxy kind of artwork. Yeah, so I was trying to get some white on the brush, but it really didn't work. All I have is some like black and blue colors. I'm not sure what's in here. Oh, well, there's the white color. I don't know. Sometimes these just turn off the way. Right, there's the white color I was looking for. But I'm still going to need a little bit brighter white, but that'll do for now. And let's make this little area and add a little bit of magenta. It's just nice to have a mix of whatever colors are there. And then we'll go back and refine it later. And as I found out over the last few days, Bob Ross also did that thing where he was like, oh, don't wash out your brush. It's fun to just see what colors come out on the brush. And Jerry says, I hit that button by mistake. And let's see, Jerry, you're hitting the crying face, crying laughing button. That's fine. Okay. Sorry, you guys, I hear someone, they're like shaking a rattle can, like an aerosol can. And I'm like highly allergic to aerosol paint, so if I start smelling anything or if I start having an asthma attack, I might just run away, and hopefully you guys will be okay without me. No, I know you'll be fine, but hopefully I'll be fine too. Alright, I'm just gonna, I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm just adding colors for now. Trick with any cloud formations, including nebulae clouds, is to push the outside color, or to push the contrasting color, which in this case I'm using magenta as my cloud color. So like pushing that magenta color out to the edges. And if there is any magenta color that's like too stark, it's more on the inside where it's not the edge, then I like to just kind of blur it and blend it with what's already there. So this is another, I don't know, this little formation here. I don't know what this is. And right now, it's looking like it's really just a little too perfectly circular, and I don't know if any nebulae are really that perfectly circular. So I'm going to go ahead and blend it out. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that yet, but I'm going to work on it. Maybe, yeah, just like it's adding something on top. And same with this one, just tapping it out. I'm noticing the black paint got a little bit sparse in areas, so I'm going to go through and add the black color back to the background. It doesn't hurt to do some tapping motions on the background as well. It adds interesting texture that we can use later. I should just change the name of this painting show to How Much Tapping Can One Painter Do on a Single Painting? Come find out. Find out today. Hey Alexa, nice to see you. Let's see. And then Willie is asking, do I have an all-time favorite artist? Yes, I do. You have to send me a DM for that, though. No, I don't. That's a really good question. Let me just make sure that my answer is the answer that I want to give you guys. Yeah, I mean, I can sit here and think about that question, but I already know the answer. Hey, Doug, nice to see you. My favorite all-time artist, she's a currently working artist. She is about 2 weeks older than me, and she goes by the name of Human, and she spells it Hueman. And so, yeah, she's on Instagram. I think she has an underscore somewhere in her username, so it's like underscore Hueman. She's also on Facebook, I believe. So, yep. She's my all-time favorite artist. Okay, just getting a little bit of the beautiful turquoise color on the brush here. Belle says her work is impressive. Yeah. Yeah, she really puts out some amazing work. Okay, so I'm going to start in on some stars. So for that, I'll need the little small brush. It kind of has the same. Hey, Erin, nice to see you. The little stars brush that I use. It's about as. It needs to have like a. Well, the bristles need to be a little bit more. They just need to be less soft. Like so, this brush, the bristles are a little bit soft. So I'll show you guys what I'm going to use. So for the stars, I have this brush, and here's a close-up of it. The bristles are. I don't know if you can really see it. I'm trying to show both cameras here. Yeah, so I'm going to put some white paint on here. And then I always put just a touch of water, but sometimes I get even a little too much water, so I'm just if you're trying this at home, it's just going to be trial and error, because what I'm going to do is a little flicking motion of the brush. So just flicking the paint at the painting to make little stars. Okay, and then I end up usually doing a couple of rounds of that, so we'll just call that the first round of stars. Maybe what I'll do while I've got this brush, actually I probably need a smaller brush for the next thing I'm going to do. But yeah, what I'm going to do next is some larger star painting, and I will be using a smaller brush for that, and then I'll also be using a straight edge. Doing some white paint, and then let me get my straight edge out for that. Alright, it's kind of a sad straight edge, but here it is. It'll work. Okay, and then a lot of times I like to keep these stars, the lines of the stars, at the same angle. Hey Brandy, nice to see you. So I like to keep the angles the same, so you'll see me kind of measure. So measuring, and then I'm going to go over here and use the same angle. Paint over here is not dry, so I'm not able to work on that one right now. Gotta kind of snare it out as well. So. So I will paint a star over here. Well, the brush is all dirty, so. And I'm going to get a little bit more white paint. And I get that same angle. What is this? There's something all over the... Oh, I see. My little piece of paper is getting dirt all over the painting. You'll let me know if you have any questions. It's Tuesday. It's May 12th. The year is 2020. The intention of this broadcast is to cultivate peace within myself, and then share it with you guys, and also to encourage creation, because when we're in creative mode, we're in line with what nature is doing, which is always creating. So, feels good to be in line with nature, at least in my opinion. Oh, right. Let's try this. Chad is adding stars. Brandy says, yes, always good to be in line with nature. And Doug says, you're beautiful. Thank you, Doug. And thank you, Brandy. This is so nice to have you guys along. All right. What next? Maybe a few more of these larger stars. So I'm going to put a little bit more white on the brush. You know, I think what happens during these broadcasts is that, let's see, JP says hi. Hello there. What happens during these broadcasts is that I get so excited from painting. I have so much fun playing with the colors, making these compositions. And I can tell that I get really happy, and I just, hey Gabriel, nice to see you again. I'm still here. I will be wrapping up soon, but I'm still working on this artwork behind me. But yeah, I can tell that I just get so excited and have so much fun. I cultivate so much joyfulness and so much peacefulness within myself during these whole live stream sessions that are being done. And then I can tell that, I don't know, I just feel like it hopefully gets shared with anyone who's watching as well. So. And Brandy says, I love watching artists create so many similarities no matter what the medium, but great to see the different techniques. Thanks, Brandy. Yeah, I love it too. That's why I do it, because there's definitely times in my life when I was not peaceful, and then I noticed what brought me back to peace was watching other people create and also seeing the results of their hard work. And Gabriel says, you look more beautiful than usual. It's because I'm at the end of the broadcast where I'm the most happy. I'm always the most happy at the end of these broadcasts, because this is when I've been playing with the colors. And Marianne says, hello, sweetie. Love the colors. Oh, let me make sure I got the whole comment there. Yeah, thank you, Marianne. Nice to see you. All right. Painting really is all about practice, so if there's anyone out there who is wanting to paint more or wanting to get started, I notice a lot of what I do, I don't even really try to explain it on camera, because I think, well, I only know how to do this because I tried 100 times and found out what didn't work. Hey Chad, nice to see you. And so a lot of these techniques, like how much paint versus how much water is on the brush, I don't know, it's almost hard to quantify, or it's hard to put it into words. It's just a matter of like, is this going to work? Is this going to give you the effect that you're wanting? noticed that the tapping motion I use has worked for a lot of things that wouldn't otherwise work. So it's hard to talk about it, but it's definitely a lot easier to show it. Yeah, so it's Tuesday. It's May 12th. The year is 2020. Let me know how you're doing. I'd love to hear from you guys. I'm not sure if I really like that little star that I just made, but I can just paint over it. No, it's okay. Oh, thank you. It's okay. I'm always on video, and I'm always like saying hi to neighbors.
Is this a studio or a home?
Both.
Both? Amazing.
Thank you. Yes. Hey, Miguel. Okay. So I'm feeling like I just need a few more of these little white stars just to make it a little bit more of the space kind of scene. Okay, it's Tuesday. I'm not gonna say the date again. Yeah, it's almost 6 o'clock in Central Time, so I'm definitely feeling happy with this one and ready to soon wrap up. But I'm gonna paint a little bit of highlights on these clouds just to add some definition here. And I'll probably want to add some water to that so it doesn't look quite so stark. Interesting. Just let's see. Josh says had to go radio silent for a bit. Hope I didn't miss anything. Another awe-inspiring art piece in his work. Thanks, Josh. That's so awesome. And yeah, so far I've just been tapping away at this galaxy artwork. So I'm having fun, just kind of going at it. Adding white highlights right now. So what does that look like? Let me step back behind the cameras and see. Kind of need a little bit of a distance from it to be able to see it. I feel like maybe just a little bit of color where I had added a whole bunch of white there. I might go back and add just a tiny bit of color. See if that makes it a little bit more dynamic. See, now that's sort of fun. It kind of adds that little extra texture. Alright, let me know if you guys have any questions. If there's anything you want to talk about, please let me know. I'll be happy to talk about the art, talk about being an artist, talk anything art related. And this blue is so pretty that it just makes me want to cover up like another 25% of the painting in this blue color. I may or may not do it. Maybe just a little here and there. Nothing wrong with adding a little turquoise clouds to this nebulae scene. Alright. And Brandy is asking, how did I choose the colors for this painting? That's a good question. Josh says, blow it up. Yeah. Dana says, do you remember me? Yes, I do. Nice to see you. And then to answer Brandy's question about how do I choose the colors for the painting, Brandy, I pretty much decided at the beginning of 2020, I said to myself, Lindsay, you're only going to be using 3 colors this year. Well, not including black and white, so there's a nice stipulation. But yeah, so I'm only using this turquoise color, turquoise deep, and then I use a magenta color, which I just get from the paint store. It's just a very standard kind of magenta. I'm sure there's a few shades of magenta, or a few tints or whatever. But yeah, I just try to choose like the most standard magenta that I could find. And then I also have a very standard yellow that I also got at the paint store. I really tried to choose like the same colors as a, what do you call it, like a printer? Except for this blue. This blue you wouldn't find in a printer necessarily, but I've been a fan of this blue for many years, basically since the day I started painting, or the week I don't know. The very first painting class I took, the instructor, her name is Lucinda Cobley, and she introduced me to this color. And then how I mixed them on this painting and how I chose the colors. Basically, I just let the chips fall where they may on choosing the colors. I just kind of like whatever was already on the brush left over from the last painting. I'll pick that up and show you guys in case you weren't here. So this is the last painting that was done on this broadcast earlier today. And so whatever was left over on the brush from that, and then after that I just dipped my brush into the magenta, dipped my brush into this blue, dipped my brush into the yellow, and that's how the colors were chosen. It wasn't very thought out. Yeah, I don't know, I kind of just wanted it to be random because nature is sometimes random, especially with nebulae. Nebulae are very, well, I think they're explosions. So, Dana says, long time, don't see, and I've missed you. Nice to see you. And, yeah, so I'm just working with what I have. Brandy, let me know how that answer was for you, what you think. If you have any more questions about it, or if I don't know if it's not specific enough, let me know. I'm definitely feeling another layer of the, hey Natasha, nice to see you. I'm going to do another layer of that white paint where I do this motion with the brush, and it scatters the white paint onto the, and Brandy says, very cool, always fascinating, and yes on nebula. Okay, so I'm gonna work a little bit on adding a layer of white stars. So again, if you're doing this at home, the amount of white paint to water on the brush is going to be very trial and error. It's always trial and error for me. I can't really give anybody a formula. I know it's kind of a lot of white paint and just a just a drop of water. But I don't know how that's not really quantifiable. Anyway, let's just try it. Yep, it's working. What I found that makes the most difference with splattering stars is the stiffness of the bristles on the brush. So the brush needs to have a certain amount of, I don't know, the bristles just cannot be too soft. They have to have a lot of substance to them so the flicking motion can kind of scatter those stars out onto this painting. I'm going to go ahead and try signing it, although I may need to add more paint to the brush, but I'm going to try it. right, you guys, it's been a wonderful day. It's already after 6 o'clock. Thanks so much for spending time. I've had a lot of fun painting here on Instagram, on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. So thanks for tuning in. As always, feel free with any questions, any comments. I'd love to hear from you guys. What do you think would make this stream better? What do you think you'd like to see? What would you like to see me paint? Let me know. All right, have a great rest of the day. I'll see you soon. I love you guys. Bye-bye. Let's see, and I need to figure out how to turn this off.